I'm Michael Lee, who's talking a little off-season baseball. And since winning the World Series in 2013, the Red Sox have missed the playoffs in each of the last 2 seasons. And as you might imagine, that 2-year layoff has the fans in Beantown clamoring for some improvements this offseason. Joining me now is Peter Abraham, who covers the Red Sox for the Boston Globe. Okay, Peter, this will be Dave Dombrowski's first offseason running things in Boston. What are the Red Sox's biggest priorities this winter?
Well, he's made that pretty clear since he took over in August, and that's to improve the pitching staff. The Red Sox were 4th in the American League in runs scored last year, but really struggled from the mound. They need a complete revamp of the bullpen and at least one starter, if not 2. And Dombrowski's been pretty clear in saying they need to get a number 1 starter type, whether it's by trade or free agency, just to give that rotation a solid number 1 guy, which is what they lacked all of last year.
Yeah, and free agency starts Saturday night, midnight. Now, one of the big moves the Red Sox made last offseason was the signing of Hanley Ramirez, speaking of free agents. Well, he had his struggles, to say the least, in 2015. What does the future hold for him in Boston?
Well, all we know for sure is that he's not going to be the left fielder anymore. They've taken him out of the outfield. That didn't work out well at all. And if he is with the Red Sox next year, it would be at first base. They don't obviously have room for a DH with David Ortiz there. They've tried Hanley working out at first base, although he has never played a game there. The Red Sox are saying all the right things, that they feel like he can make that move and make that transition. But I do think if the opportunity were to present itself, and it would be difficult given his injury history and his contract and everything else, they would probably be happy to trade him and start all over again. He
could be a guy maybe towards the trade deadline, or in the offseason they would move him?
I think if they could do it in the offseason, they would, because they're not really sure where he fits. That the idea is that he could play first base, but he's never actually played first base, so they really don't know, and they won't know until they get to spring training. It's kind of a brand new thing for him.
Yeah, injuries limited him to just 109 games last season, hit .249 with 19 home runs. Peter Abraham covers the Boston Red Sox for the Boston Globe. He just dropped some knowledge for us here at ESPN.